Why aren't we using the camera? Oh. Nope. 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 All right. Well, let's try plugging in and plug it back in. There we go. Well, I'm not going to be teaching soon, so I won't have to mess with the camera every time I come in. Sometimes usually start a different project in the living room for when we're watching something. And I started on this one with Black Widows. Black Widows do okay on this paper. So I can either continue working on this one And I'm sorry I couldn't get back to Streamlabs. I'll try to get that done. I'm not sure why there's got to be an option for logging in somewhere. I just didn't have the patience to mess with it. Of course, then I went to StreamYard and had problems with that. So it hardly mattered. So I can continue working on this Deep Ocean one, or I could um, work on this one with the Black Widows. Hey, Noel, thanks for coming in. So what would you like to see? We finished. Oh no. Oh, there goes my coffee. I have to tell you, I'm actually having a fibro flare. My husband had to help me out of bed. Um, but I've missed. It seems like I'm skipping Tuesdays. And I didn't want to skip another one. And so I'll just be on for about an hour today, and um, that's all I can deal with. So continue working on Deep Ocean or work on this one from Circle of Life. I'm guessing y'all probably want me to keep working on this one. I've got all the stuff out and all that, so it's probably better. Hey Thomas, thanks for coming in. I need to get a towel real quick because I spilt the coffee. No, I should have put the coffee where I did. I mean, it hardly matters on this floor because this carpet needs to be replaced anyway. But, it's good to get as much up as you can. So it won't start snowing or something. Also, our carpet is kind of a light brown color. So it works out. All right. Let's see if I can stay out of trouble now. I hope I can make it. Okay, I'm just going to leave the camera right there. I mean, I guess I can zoom in a little bit because it's kind of crooked. All right, so hang on. Probably if I bought the premium let's see how that goes. Okay, this is straight. All right, That'll work. Hi, Kenny. Oh, Kenny, I could use some prayer today. Having a fibro flare. I haven't had one. Well, it's not like super bad, but this is the baddest. That's a good word. I've had in a while. And I was telling the others, I almost didn't get on, but I've been missing so many Tuesdays. I just didn't want to do it again. But I will just be on for, I don't know, maybe 10:30. Let's see. I think I was trying to use. Sure, this may be too. No, it's not really the right one. This is too dark. This one's probably too light. So what if I use two different ones? Thanks, Thomas. I appreciate that. I just need to so I think you heard me tell you I drink a drink most days. It's kind of expensive, so I try to spread it out, but I'm gonna add this and then add that. That goes the lid. I'm having a rough morning. Everything keeps falling. I spilled my coffee.
Just stay out. My rude.
Yeah, no. I was gonna not stream, but I've done that twice. Okay. I'm here. I'm good. So I don't really like how this is working here for the dark color. I really don't have a green that's going to fit that well. I mean, that's as close as it gets, but I think I'll just use white. And that can always color over the Posca. When it dries. Fish. How was y'all's weekend? Did you do anything special? We didn't do anything special. I don't think we're going camping until. Thanks, Kenny. Did you? Oh no. Well, this cup I use has a lid, but it's kind of a loose lid. I'll just have to give myself some more coffee in a minute later. But I put it really in a place I shouldn't have put it in. When I went to move stuff around, it just. When I went to move stuff around, it I wonder why my brain cuts off when I start this lining stuff. I lost my train. This is a great morning. We're not camping until I think mid-April. We skipped March, which probably, in hindsight, is was a good decision. Because I've had several flares this month. They usually only last for about a day or two. But I was telling you about the drink. That's right. So I haven't been drinking it every other day. I'm not sure why it's how it works for fibro. It just does, at least for mine. I know everybody has a different thing they use, they like, that works for them. Sometimes nothing works, I understand. Let's see. Hey, Marcy, thanks for coming in. I don't mind. Any of us would mind if you went and got your coffee now. Well, I'm in Texas, so all right. I will go get another thing of coffee and be back. All right, thanks for your patience. Appreciate that. Yeah, I put the coffee in a different spot, a safer spot. Okay, one of my favorite things I've done so far in this page is it's just very small, but it's the water. I'm not sure you can see all the little streaks and stuff. I like that a lot. I've really shown you the grass and the fish. So I think I'll work a little bit more on the water. The thing I'm not sure of is the bubbles. I think I need to look up. I do have a book that talks about bubbles. Hey, let's see what it says. Which one is the bubble book? I think it's this one. I'll tell you which one it is in a minute. I suppose you could do it any way you want, but here it is. Okay. So this is the book one. I have not used these very much, but then I haven't been coloring very much, so there's that kind of bubble, but it's floating bubbles. Air bubbles. That would almost work. Yeah. Yeah, I think that would probably work. Because the bubbles are sort of like, when they're under the water, you see them as white. So, I think that probably worked for the bubble. Oh, Donna, I didn't catch that. I'm sorry. You don't feel bad either. Also, you get bad headaches. I hope you can get some help for that, because headaches aren't good. This is Derwent Intense Green Aquamarine. No, Thomas, you can't die from fibro. There's no cure for it. I think maybe, well, no, I don't mind the streaks because that actually goes along with what I'm doing. Most of the time you want to do little circles or the long circles. I forgot what those are called. Although with the intense, you can do anything. But I noticed that if I, really grind it in and I go in one direction, I have to use an awful lot of water to to remove that streak. But in this case, I want the streaks. Oh, look what I didn't do. If I can remember all the things. This is washi tape. Kenny, that's very true. That is very true. I haven't hurt like crazy in a long time. Mostly, I get very fatigued and I sort of ache. It's not like piercing pain, it's just achy. At the beginning, there was piercing pain. And my muscles were just not cooperating. So the first day I ever had trouble, I don't remember the date, but all the times before that day, I could go up these flight of stairs without any problem. Boom, 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 I'm up, right? And then one day I started my regular jump, jump, jump. Well, going up the flight of stairs, not really jumping, but walking fairly normally. And I got to the top of, so this is stairs that kind of uh they go up this way or down, and then it turns, you have a landing there, and then it goes up that way. And I got to that landing. I think I started up about halfway through that first landing. I felt like I was going through molasses. It was all of a sudden. And I slowed down without even trying to slow down. And it was hard to get back up there. And I thought, what is wrong with me? Do I have the flu? Am I sick? What is this going on? This was probably 10, 12 years ago. It was just the craziest thing. And then I didn't go to a doctor for it for a while. And I just looked up different things about it. And I go, oh my goodness, do I have fibromyalgia? And my husband didn't understand at first how bad it was, because fibro doesn't have an outward manifestation, for lack of a better word, most of the time. I mean, you do get that slowness, and the fatigue makes you sleep a lot or try to fall asleep a lot. Okay, I'm going to start with, did I use two different ones? No. I'm going to see if that's dark enough. I'm almost out of water. Hey, Callie, thanks for coming. Yep. Now, my husband's always, because I stay up late and the dogs get me up early, I've had lack of sleep, but some days I really get enough sleep. And I still feel like I didn't. Oh, trying to find something to watch. Okay. So, for instance, last night I went to bed at a decent time. I should say earlier than I usually do. And I slept 8 hours, but I had the hardest time waking up. And I said, oh dear. I just laid there. My dogs were like, feed me, feed me, feed me. So I told, see if I can do this. I told SIRI, to, 'cause, 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 ' SEND a message to my husband. See, if I didn't spell that out, it would automatically SIRI would automatically want to do something. It's so eager to help, And I haven't asked Steve to help me out of bed in a long time. Fiber was different for everybody. One person will get symptoms, another person won't. But what usually everyone has is the fatigue and the pain. I might be going too light on this. Yeah, we'll have to dry that in a second. It's probably too light. I think I'm going to go ahead and darken it up here. I like to do layers. You know that. Oh, I don't mind calling you Thomas, but I'll call you whatever you like. My dad's name is Thomas, although everybody calls him Tommy or Tom. I think my mother calls him Tommy. Does she call him both? And my sister and I call him Daddy. It's funny that I changed. I left my eraser in the other room. This will work. Yeah, my sister and I still call our dad Daddy, but my sister calls our mother Mom, and I call her Mother. And I used to call her Mama. Sometimes my sister will still call her that. But I never was compelled to call her Mom. Somewhere along the way, it went from Mama to Mother, and I can't remember when that switch was. When I'm talking to other people about her, I say Mom, or sometimes we'll say Mother. It's just bizarre. Probably nothing important. Yeah, I kind of like that darker better. My daughter still calls me Mommy. She never switched to anything else. And she's about to be 31, which is like, whoa. I had a 6-year-old when I was 31. But she doesn't want any kids. See, I always called my parents Mom and Dad. Yeah. I don't know. When I try to color something different, it just doesn't come out. All right, I'm going to use the blow dryer, so cover your ears if it bothers you. Okay, that'll do it. I think I'll add another layer of just a really quick little layer of that. I'll probably have to blow dry again. That's fine. This paper is holding up pretty well. I mean, it's wrinkly in some places, but it's pretty good. And I called my grandparents Mama and Papa, but when I talk about them, I say grandmother and grandfather or grandpa. Right. Words are interesting to me. Where they come from, why we use what we do, regional stuff. I like that. Okay. All right. All right. I'm going to, I might just, it's not that wet, but I think I will go ahead and color a fish. This is sun yellow. Go ahead and make that nice and dark, except for the fins. And then we're going to put mostly orange on the fins. I'll put a little bit into the fish. She's being a stinker. Okay, mother. That's good. I like that. So she knows, oh dear, I must have done something wrong if she's using that. I can take some of that orange and, well, that didn't work so well. Let's try this. It's a shaking day too. Awesome. It's pretty good. Not sure what I was trying to do there, but it's weird. It's the equivalent to her saying my full name when I was young and who's in trouble. I should tell my sister that. Maybe she will start using that name. Oh goodness, there's so many fish. But maybe it's going to be surrounded by blue and purple and orange. Oh, there's some green area there. Almost dry. Oh, wrong pencils. Yeah, still needs to be. All right, I'm going to put a streak of the yellow here. And then I'm finding myself doing each one of these differently. I guess so I can see which one works best. That might be too light. Okay, let's see how that goes. Let's see how that goes. As I like to say. Hi, Elise. Thanks for coming in. I'm coloring a rabbit rooster. Hopefully, I'll get it done in time. Awesome. Okay, that's pretty good. Now we can get out our different colors. I'll tell you what they are in a minute. I'll make sure I can find them all. What happened to the white? Right. It's weird. Probably got left in the living room. Use a brand new one yet. Let's give it a shirt. All right. So these are used in various. Not sure. Okay. Oh, it's the same one. Sky blue light. Look at that tiny pencil. Light aqua. Did I use? Yeah. That was another. Did I use the cobalt turquoise? I might have. Ultramarine. I thought there was a violet that I used. No, that was on the fish. Okay. All right. Get started with. Did I use the cobalt that much? Even when I don't remember what I used. All right. We'll just. Swing around the edges. Why did I do that? That's fine. It's fine. The game I play is on its opening screen. It's always a boat sound. So about every couple of minutes I hear as it cycles back around. If you like gaming and you have a lot of time in your hands, that's when I would recommend Eco. Or yeah, it's short for economy. And ecosystems because there's 4 or 5 of them in each map. So yeah, if you like those things, if you're got a lot of time and no self-discipline and no pressing matters, then go ahead and play it. But if you're prone to addiction and you have too many hours and you don't need to sleep when the sun is up, I mean, when the sun is down, all of that, then I wouldn't recommend it. Actually, there are it works on servers, and so there's different games have different servers, and each one has a different set of parameters, one of which is called exhaustion. And that means you can only play a certain amount of time a day, but it's cumulative. So if you don't play very much during the week, you'll have all this time on the weekend to play. But I usually exhaust myself each day. I rarely have any extra time. Hey, Connie, thanks for coming in. All right, now I'm going to use the light aqua. Smooth out some of those edges. See, it's already starting to do that streak. Ooh, look at that. No. Probably because it didn't dry very fast there. Everywhere else it's dry, but that. I'll try not to go over it. So I'm using kind of hard pressure, harder than I would normally use. I turn my pencil if I remember. Coffee. Have it over here, behind and to the right. I forget about it. But if I had it over here to see it, I would spill it again. So I'd rather just forget about it, and it still be there when I do finally remember. It's sometimes hard for me to remember to turn my pencil as I'm coloring. See, I've already got it down to like a square or a circle, flat circle. I'm gonna leave these bubbles anyway, because I'm too afraid to add anything to it. All right, let's see how this goes. So I'm just going wherever, like making a scribbly. And then I can take the white This is crazy. I don't think I can even put it in there. I'd have to glue it to another pencil, which I probably will now. All right, let's see if I can keep this tip from breaking. Then I can go back with the light aqua. And it's the ultramarine I used. No, it was this one, the cobalt turquoise. Might have been that. I'm not too bothered if I go over the line, because I'll be using white anyway. And then let's go ahead and use some of this ultramarine. It's just not any marine, it's ultramarine. Dum, dum, dum. Oop, that's probably too blue. Yeah, let's go back with this one. Hmm. 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 What is that mad woman doing? Trying to recreate what I created on the other part. Okay. It's lighter over here. That's what I'm going to say. It's just lighter. And this fish got a little bit of blue. Just fine. Mm-hmm. This mineral orange. Use that kind of like a shadowy color. I hate to leave. I'm going back to sleep. Oh, sleep well, Thomas. Thanks for coming in. And thank you to my lurkers for coming in. This one is canary yellow. Yeah, it's turning green right there. That's okay. He has a little moss on him. I thought I used a darker orange than that. Guess not. Okay. I was trying to get it as orange as that, but I'm not going to be able to. Right. I feel myself starting to get sleepy. I'm going to work on some of these greenery areas with Kelly green. Just want to kind of darken them up. Oh, I could do that. I could go right over that line to get that effect of it being underneath something else. I think that horn, that boat horn, goes off about every 3 minutes. I don't work for the company that makes it, just in case. I don't work for Steam either, which is where you'll find the game. And they're doing a lot of beta testing because they just are. Yeah, it's weird. The game wasn't meant to. This is kelp green, meant to have this many people playing on it, and there's a lot of bugs. It was marketed to schools. to help teach kids about economy and trading and all kinds of stuff. I mean, you can get building stuff in there. Survival. It's a survival game. All right. I'll sign. I'm gonna try it enough, but that's fine. What else can I put? Oh, put a little bit of Tuscan red on him. On him. I don't know if it's a him. It's a fish. Pretty good. Okay. I'm going to get ahead of myself. Coloring is very relaxing, and I'm really sleepy, so at least I got to show you some of how I do the water. And some of the lining. Now I can line the water. And the fish. I haven't done much with the eyes. I kind of like I like it when everything's lined instead of, well, I'll just color over it. I'm not sure what style it is, but I want to say cartoon, but I don't know. It's hard to get anything or there. I'll do something with the eyes later. There's not very many bubbles on that side. That's weird. That looks pretty good. Kind of like that one. All right. Thanks for coming in and being patient. I'm going to end early because I don't want to fall asleep. And thank you to my lurkers. I appreciate you too. Y'all have a great week. Unless I post, I'll be on Friday. Post about not being on, I'll be on Friday. And today's Tuesday, so that means Connie's coming up. You're welcome. Thanks for your patience too. Well, you weren't here at the beginning. I kept running into problems. But hopefully in about 2 weeks, I won't be teaching anymore, so I can keep the camera where it is and not have to mess with it. maybe just reboot the computer beforehand. And I'm going to try to figure out Streamlabs if I remember. You're welcome. I'm not sure I'll take a nap though. I just need to do something that isn't relaxing. Coloring is very relaxing, so that's one of the reasons I like it. But when I'm fighting a fiber flare, it makes it worse. All right, bye. Bye.